Joining us from Florida is senior editor at large at Newsweek, Josh Hammer. Josh, great to speak with you. It's Thanksgiving over in America. Are you surprised to hear that some lefties are encouraging others to boycott the holiday if they don't agree on politics with every family member?
No, of course I'm not surprised at this. I mean, this is what the left does, Gabrielle. This is what the left does here in America. They take every tradition, they take everything that we have inherited, they take everything that is sacrosanct to who we are as American people, and they seek to trash it and destroy it and say that it is a vestige of white supremacy, or that it has to do with the patriarchy, or that it has to do with xenophobia. There, I mean, every single time we seemingly have a holiday here in America, they find some new excuse. They conjure up some new manufactured excuse to just try to trash it and to try to tar and feather their fellow Americans as a bunch of troglodytes if they have the temerity to actually celebrate one of our great national traditions. Look, Thanksgiving was actually originated by President George Washington himself. He did it barely 5 months after he was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. He issued a very famous proclamation on October 3rd, 1789, from the nation's first capital in New York City. It was ultimately about thanking God. That's actually what Thanksgiving was about. It was actually really just an ecumenical kind of civic religious day to literally thank the creator of all things for all that we have been given. Frankly, Gabriella, between me and you, and I guess now the world, I think I think that the American left and the global left extrapolating could actually stand to thank God a little bit more. The world is not as terrible, lefties, as you guys think it is. There's actually a lot of good out there, and above all, that really is what the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States is about. It is about taking a step back from the partisan drivel, the 24/7 clickbait news cycle. We're going to take a break from criticizing others, focus on that which is good, on that which is positive, on that which we actually are grateful and thankful for. It's a really beautiful holiday. It's actually by far my favorite holiday on the American civic calendar, and I'm very excited once again to celebrate it this year.
Oh, between you and me, I agree with you. I think we can practice a little bit more gratitude and celebrate the important holiday. Look, there is concerning news that we have to get to revealed today that several members of Trump's incoming administration have received threats, including bomb alerts. What more can you tell us about this?
So it's really terrifying stuff, actually. It's almost a dozen. It's almost a dozen incoming Trump cabinet picks, everyone from Lee Zeldin, the incoming EPA secretary, to Elise Stefanik, the incoming U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, John Ratcliffe, the incoming CIA director, apparently Matt Gaetz, who actually withdrew himself from attorney general contention. He apparently received something as well. The incoming labor secretary pick, a handful of others who I'm forgetting at the moment, but I think it was totaling roughly a dozen people. A lot of them received some sort of bomb threat. A lot of them were pipe bomb threats there. Some of them actually had swatting called to their house. So swatting is a terrible, terrible practice here in America, here where you basically falsely report a terrible crime in order to get a SWAT team with large rifles and vans and everything reported to that home. It's a pure scare tactic, pure intimidation tactic here. And Gabrielle, I guess the key point here is that this was obviously coordinated. I mean, this doesn't happen just coincidentally. I mean, a dozen people, a dozen very high profile people who are coming in to serve Donald Trump and serve America. They don't just get randomly put with a bunch of bomb threats with no connection. So I think what has to happen now is pretty clear. It's that the Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland, and the President of the United States, Joe Biden, who I believe is still president, although I've seen very, very little in the way of signs of life recently. If they want to do the right thing here, we need investigation immediately, because this is the kind of conduct that simply cannot stand. America has just gone through 2.5 to 3 years of debilitating, republic destabilizing, constitution undermining lawfare. Jack Smith, the special counsel, just withdrew his two cases against Donald Trump in Florida and Washington, D.C. But that came from the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Merrick Garland Department of Justice. If this DOJ wants to recover anything remotely resembling a morsel of integrity on its way out the door before Donald Trump retakes power come January 2025, they have to do the right thing here. And that means immediately investigate what happened here. There's a slew of possible federal statutes here. If there actually was a collusive conspiracy that's potentially a violation of 18 U.S. Code Section 241, a conspiracy against rights to deprive you of your constitutional rights as Americans, any number of other state and federal crimes that come to mind as well. But we need someone to investigate this immediately, because this was not a one-off. This clearly was coordinated. Maybe it was foreign, maybe it was domestic, but whoever it is has to pay a price for it.